Hello everyone, welcome back to Farming Sim 25. We are playing the Precision DLC. We just weeded both fields. Hopefully we got everything. I think we leased this, so let's hold on to this just in case I miss some spots. It'll cost us a little bit of money to keep it overnight, but nothing earth-shattering, nothing that's gonna really set us back much. I just want to make sure when we wake up we don't have large spots that were missed, because of course we are doing it in the first month, so we can't really see where the weeds are. Otherwise, it is a very, very rainy September afternoon, and we have pretty much completed our fields, pH wise and all that, so it is time to finally advance to my favorite month of the year, October. So, if I can remember how to do this, let's put away this flashlight and see how do we do this. Toggle hand tool. You know what, I'm gonna use a very strong word. I hate the fact that the flashlight is now like an actual tool. I don't know what was wrong with just having it like a light, but anyway. Let's sleep on this. And honestly, there's going to be a lot of sleep for the next half a year, because we just don't have much. We don't have much money. We don't have much field. We don't have much to do, really. But let's check on things. It's nice that the rain has stopped. We should check our weedage. Is that still one of these normal menus? Weeds. Okay, we actually did a really good job, except for that little piece, and we're just gonna leave that. So let's, oh my gosh, my cat, Gilly, not Gertie, the one who's on me right now who snores a lot, but Gilly is just crawling around on the top of my computer, being maybe the cutest cat I've ever seen. She's very sweet, a very naughty kitten. Well, I call her a kitten. She's 2 now, but still acts very, very kittenish. Anyway, she's being very adorable. Let's see. Yeah, let's return this before we spend more money on leasing. And I'm going to pet Gilly very quickly. Okay. Oh my gosh, this flashlight. Okay. What should we do? Let's check some maps. So, we are good. Yep. This harvestable stuff is the oilseed radish. We won't plow that under until, or cultivate that under until we're ready to plant some rice. One thing we could check on, well, let's do fields first, or else I'm going to get distracted. Okay, so nitrogen is good. I checked, and this seems to be optimal on this field. It said perfect. Can we what's this? Oh, wow, that's a lot of numbers. Yeah, if we run over to this field. Yeah, if we look, yeah, it says, yeah, pH value good, nitrogen perfect. I was reading, maybe as Reddit, or maybe as the Giants forums, the Giant software forums, but someone was mentioning that the pH lime stuff might be bugged, or maybe I need to, yeah, I don't know, but I'm wondering if it'll be good by the next time we do it, because I don't remember having to give it as much time as I was talking about, but we'll see. Is either bugged or a new way to lime, but either way, we won't get to 100. That's fine. I wasn't expecting to the first go around, but we'll definitely get this environmental score increased. Somehow you can see it. You should be able to see it per oh, there we go. Yeah, 65. Also, I have been told that, or the comments were saying that what you plant does affect the yield based on soil type, but I guess it's something we just have to kind of keep track of and note ourselves. It doesn't look like they put it in the help menu, so we'll have to kind of keep an eye on how the yield is canola on loam, and how the yield is on sandy loam, etc., etc. But for now, let's check our production chains. Oh yeah, it's only been like 2 months, so our water's fine. Let's see if we even have oh, we do have mushrooms. So we have some enoki. And yeah, I've made enoki before. I did like a what do you call it? Like not deep fry. Like a fry. Like I breaded it and like fried it, put on a sandwich. It was excellent. Excellent way to eat gnocchi, taste wise. So we do have lots of rice saplings. We'll keep these for now. I don't know how much, like how many you need for like for 3 fields, but I want to definitely not have to buy saplings if I don't need to. That's, like I said, that's really about it. Like we did all our field stuff and we're waiting till like, let's see, where's rice? Probably in the R's. Yeah, so April we'll plant and June we'll harvest. So we just sort of sleep. It gets, yeah, it's very strange. It's always a little weird at the beginning of a playthrough. We can shut this tractor off. So yeah, let's sleep. We could also, I mean, like in my own playthroughs, I spent a lot of this time doing missions. The problem with missions is like the immediate money looks pretty good, but when you think of the time it takes to do them, your time, how do I keep doing that today? Your time, oh, I know why, because I've been playing a lot of Guild Wars 2. And F is like the interact key, whereas in this game it's R. So probably something I could easily just go to key bindings and flip those, but hopefully we'll get used to it. What was I saying? Yeah, missions. Like when you think of the time it takes to do like an $8,000 mission, like it's nice because at the end of the day, at the end of the mission, you get $8,000, which early on is a pretty good chunk of change. But when you think of the time spent, let's say I spend 40 minutes of IRL time, that's 40 minutes I could spend like on my actual farm, and that's going to probably return more money eventually than doing missions. Yeah, so missions can be good, especially if you need guys, I'm just gonna sleep like this. Yeah, it's strange, but yeah, we're just gonna sleep till probably like April. Actually, I'll check my water here in a bit to make sure I don't forget to water my the greenhouses. So let me check that before I get distracted again. Yeah, we're fine. We could. Yeah, let's go to March, and then March I'll water because then April is plant season. Hopefully, I'm not forgetting something. Because yeah, we did everything. It feels so weird. But anyway, see, I was talking about missions, sleep. Yeah, I probably lost a train of thought somewhere along the line, but it probably didn't. Yeah, it's probably unimportant. So, oh well, we'll move on. Yeah, thank goodness we can sleep. Like, it'd be a very long few months if we couldn't. Yeah, if any of you have never played earlier farming sims, like before, I guess 22 is when they introduced seasons, I think. So seasons is when the monthly thing started to happen, and you actually had like a crop schedule, and you could only harvest and plant certain months. Before that, like for the 15 years of Farming Simulator before that, there was no time. It's really weird to think about. It wasn't even that long ago, but it used to just be based on hours. We need to figure out a good way to, because Because last time I went this way and it took forever. So this time I want to go left and see if I can find like a closer spot. Anyway, yeah, it's weird to think about, but it used to just be like ethereal time. Like you would plant a field. It didn't matter. Again, there was no month, no day. It was just, there was nothing. There was no date. So you just planted. And then like a day or two, a quote unquote day. I mean, there's still a day-night cycle. And there's still like time, like 8 o'clock. And so like some hours later, 24 or 48, depending, I think it depended on the crop. Again, it wasn't that long ago, but I've already kind of forgotten how it worked. But even though I did it for 10 years, eventually like that crop would be harvestable. And then you would harvest it. And if you didn't, then like 24 hours or 48 hours later, it would wither. But there was no rotation, so everything, you could kind of stagger everything. So like one day you planted this, the next day you planted that. So then like every quote unquote day, I mean, again, there's still like time, like day night cycle, you'd have a lot of things to do. There wasn't like a sleep. You couldn't sleep either. So I guess during the night you just either worked or just sped up time, and time only went to 120 at that time. Like now you can speed up time to like 360. So imagine you just had to wait during night at 120 speed. Yeah, it's so different. And again, only like 2 iterations ago. Super foggy. I feel like I'm not saving any time. I think this is where I filled up last time. So we're gonna jump down on the beach. Probably getting to the point where I might just buy a well and eat the cost of water, because I don't know how I'm going to get out of here, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, Seasons was a mass. Oh gosh, this is definitely a sandy beach here. Oh yeah, that wasn't too bad. It wasn't even too long, like honestly. I need to remember this. I think it's probably worth keeping this, like, keep filling up for free here for a while, because again, we only have $65,000. Luckily we don't have debt, but well, do we have debt? How are we losing money? I haven't been paying attention when we sleep. Like, do I accidentally have debt? Let me check. Where's all this anymore? Finances. No. Okay, we're just losing money to like property maintenance, which is a little frustrating. Okay. A couple ways to mitigate that is to put down placeables that make money for you. That way it kind of balances out. Because when we sleep, we basically want to break even or make money. Like, we don't want to lose $500 every time we sleep. Greenhouses are good because you can set it to like auto sell, and it's like a pretty easy way to have that passive income. I mean, you still have to put the water in every so often, but it's still like a pretty low maintenance. So we may have to invest in like 1 or 2 greenhouses at some point. Probably not yet. I want to make sure we get like another round of field planted. I'm going to cut through. I think I just took the wrong way. One thing we could do, it is March. I think one thing, oh gosh, I really screwed this up. Okay. Don't look, driving through a field. Actually, that's fine. It's just oilseed radish. I wanted to go here to our farm. Yeah, one thing we could do is sell mushrooms if there's a couple pallets worth. And that'd give us probably more, that'd probably make up for like the last few months of loss. So let's do that after we fill these back up. And a lot of these rice samplings also might get sold because I'm probably only going to do, I know I've said this before, just want to make sure I do reiterate that we'll probably only do one like round of rice just to like do it, and then we might switch to another crop, but I guess we'll see, you know, I mean, whatever, like maybe not. All right, so the water is like auto-filling. It's a strange thing. Okay, how much? Oh, we have like a lot of mushroom. That's great. Let's get... we do have this vehicle. Can this vehicle collapse? Like, let's see, unload, select. Yeah, this isn't really conducive to what we want. Now, I was hoping the, like this could like fold down, but it doesn't look like it. So let's get this little one. This is not great, but maybe we can get like 4 pallets in here. Oh. This handles strangely. Now, everybody look away. There we go. So I have the lumberjack mod, and one thing that does allow is super strength, and I am going to use it for pallets. Oh gosh, this thing is like ridiculously small. Come on. Wheel. This isn't really worth having. Let's just buy a trailer. Maybe there's one on sale. No. What's like a good one? Which? So this one's pretty decent. It's cheap. Holds a lot of pallets. 9,500, not bad. I think there's one under... like the baling technology, maybe. Yeah, like this one's not bad. Oh, that's like twice as much. We don't need that. Okay, we'll just get that $10,000 one. Where'd it go? Yeah. Design, I don't even know what that means. Yeah, I like that, but I don't want to spend money. Extension, nope, we don't want that. Color's fine. Again, don't want to spend money. Let's buy it. Bye. Yeah, let's use this. We haven't driven this tractor in a while. Go. Okay, so going back to super strength. I do use it for pallets. Okay, I'll tell you why. There are so many pallets in this game. This game has, not even slowly, basically last iteration when they introduced production chains, this game can very quickly devolve into pallet fork simulator, forklift simulator, whatever you want to call it. It can quickly become a game of loading and unloading pallets instead of farming. And I've just done so much of it, and it's so slow, and it can take up so much time, and it's so boring. I finally made the decision that since we are here to have fun, and it is a simulator, and there's really no cheating because we're not competing against anyone, I'm just gonna super strength it. It makes the game 10 times better because you can still... Oh, didn't want to save. I just want to make sure. Yep. Yes, it's seriously, it is quality of life. Just imagine you're picking up like, I know pallets are hundreds of pounds and are actually unliftable, but I just pretend like they're not, and that the game has like, just, it's fine. If you hate it, I'm sorry. Unsubscribe, shut it off. I can't do it. I will. It's horrible. So, yeah, we're gonna use super strength, and all our pallets are going to be lifted by hand instead of very tediously by a pallet fork. And there we are. And again, that is part of the lumberjack mod, I believe. Awesome mod, because not only does it include super strength, and again, that's like toggleable. Like, you don't have to use it if you don't want super strength. Like, I think I had to double click Alt, and that turns it on, and you can double click it to turn it off. So again, just because you use the lumberjack mod doesn't mean you have to do that. If you do prefer to use pallet forks and load and unload yourself. The other really nice thing about lumberjack mod, and the reason I actually got it in the first place, is because you can very easily delete trees with a chainsaw, instead of having to like break them down into tiny parts and wood chip them or hollow them off, or basically spend 30 minutes to like get rid of a tree. This mod, you can basically turn on super strength, I believe, and you just cut the tree normally with a chainsaw, and it just sort of like goes away. Like, it just basically deletes it, removes it. So just for clearing things up and keeping these nice and tidy. Like, where am I? Where did I go? I like completely missed. Oh, I must have went right, left. That's, for how many times we've done that, I think I just kind of got lost in thought talking about a lumberjack, but that's all right. It won't take too long to get back on track. But anyway, I think it was when I was playing on whatever new map there is, whatever the other new map is for 25, there was like a bunch of like little trees on the farm I just wanted gone. And yeah, so I did it like normally, cut one down, but they're not pines tree, they're not like pine trees that are like straight. So it just took forever to like cut down all the little branches. And I was like, I just want this to look nice. So yeah, I love the lumberjack mod. This map, however, I don't see that issue yet. It looks like it's pretty cleared out, like our main farm, but obviously we might run into places where we want to clear up some trees. Okay, I should have done this before I left. Does that clear the... Okay, that clears one way. That'll be enough. Yeah, so you can see when I double click Alt, that hand appears. And we probably want this to be this way. There's probably some like auto load mods I could look at that would maybe like load these automatically instead of having to do this, but this is like a good intermediary. There is an auto log loading mod that I used once that was phenomenal, where you could cut down the trees like normal, and then instead of having to put them into the trailer, you just like drove by it and it just kind of threw them in. Oh, that thing was... Because again, like at a certain point, the game kind of goes away from being farming simulator, and even like forestry, it's like, well, this isn't farming, is it? But I still think of it as part of the farming game. But then like all the loading and stuff can get pretty tedious, especially since sometimes there's some really nasty bugs and Giants doesn't fix them for 4 iterations, which is always strange. But okay, that is a lot of mushroom. Yeah, we don't have like mushroom for more pallets, do we? So let's put that on. where do we want to sell? Prices. Yes, there's a lot of menus in this menu. Enoki. Oh, that's fine. We're going to lose like $100, $1,000. That's fine. We'll go to the restaurant because I don't want to deal with trains. So let's tag. Did it tag? Yeah, 3,600 feet. So yeah, a little less than a mile, but we're going to make some good money. Oh, that is like way, oh my gosh. Let's take the back roads. No, it's not, because I will regret that. So we basically go to the shop and then go past it a ways. Let's get this back up. And then what's the other type? Oh, there it is. Oyster mushroom. Oyster and enoki. So I've already talked about enoki. Oyster mushroom. Yes, I've also used those in more of like a po' boy type situation. I am vegan, by the way. I know it's like a joke, like I'm vegan, by the way. But that's why I'm well versed in how to prepare mushrooms in fun, exciting ways. We also are lucky where I live to have like this local mushroom farm, I guess. And you go into like their little shop and they just have not only like really good quality mushrooms, but just like all kinds. Like they have oyster and enoki and like all these others that are just, yeah, and you just buy huge amounts of them for a pretty good price because they're just like locally, it's awesome. So pretty lucky to be like 15 minutes from a place like that. So definitely frequent that and get these like nice mushrooms for different mushroom meals. Otherwise, you just kind of find yourself eating lots of tofu, which I'm fine with. Like, love tofu, but mushrooms are a very versatile food. Hence why we were growing them on our farm, and our map just sort of came with it. So it's kind of nice to just keep growing them. This restaurant is really tucked back. Let's take this road. Has some nice terraces here. Oh, come on. We can do this. This is getting concerning that we're not going to be able to haul our mushrooms. And we're like, this wasn't even a good route. Come on. Come on. Okay, the sign says slow. I don't think we have any other option. It's so close, yet so far. Let's go in. Here we go. It feels a little less precarious inside the cab. I just have to watch my turns, that they are wide enough so we don't get stuck. Okay, now we're hauling. Alright. Let's see how much money we can make. 16. We got environmental score. I don't know why. But environment loves mushrooms, I guess. So yeah, we are back in business. That's going to be an episode. Next time we will get to April and cultivate our oilseed radish. See if that helps, like how much nitrogen we get from that now that it's actually been through, like it's existed through February like it's supposed to. And we'll plant some rice, and I'll have to try to remember how all that goes with all the watering and stuff, but we'll be able to figure it out. So that's it. As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have yourselves a very nice day.